Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, hit that like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Getting paid just for owning stocks, this is what dividend investing is all about. My current strategy is to deposit $250 of my own money per week and let the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward. All dividends received will be reinvested back into the stock from which it was received. My goal is to put this money to work for me in the long term to build a growing and reliable income stream. And what we are looking at right now is my M1 stock brokerage account. And we'll take a look at the performance of this portfolio over the last week. We can see we are up nearly 1%, and the gain was $1,908. And what I want to show you today is some moves I made. I did some sells actually, and this morning there was a $250 buy, so I'll show you what the effect was of these sells and the stocks that I bought in the place of those sells. I didn't add anything new. I've removed a few positions from the portfolio. So let's dive into the activity log and I'll show you what transpired over the last week. And right here on the 27th, there were 9 buys and 2 sells. I decided to cut a little bit of dead weight. I thought Intel, even in a best case scenario for Intel down the road, I don't think the outlook was going to be as good as even the average outlook of some of these other positions that I have, and I'll show you what I picked. Same with McCormick. It's just been kind of a laggard, and I know McCormick has been a good dividend payer and they increased their dividend, but I want investments that also grow over time as well, and McCormick has just kind of hasn't really done it for me. So let's just take a look at the 9 buys with getting rid of Intel and McCormick. So we have T-Rowe at 450, Amgen 2090, AbbVie 2996, and you can see right here I decided to load up on Prudential at 501.69, Pepsi $2.55, Pfizer 23.51, ADP 37.56, and my other selection was WP Carey at 482.54, and Kellogg's at 127. What really did it for me with Intel as well was they did not increase their dividend. I know they're having problems, but I want companies in my portfolio, if they don't have a really high dividend yield, like an OHI, I need them to increase their dividend year over year for me. So I'll close out this with those 2 sells and what I bought there. And then this morning I did one more sell. I added $250 like I do every week. That may change. We'll see. I'm really thinking about it. I'm not sure if I'll do it next week or the next month. I may lower my my cash into the portfolio at $100 a week just to pay for taxes. But we'll see, though. I'm still trying to decide that. I'll click on what happened this morning. And with Northrop Grumman, again, this is pretty popular within the dividend growth community, but I decided I think there are other better performing stocks out there. So they had a low yield and not the greatest performance right now. And so I have Lockheed Martin to kind of cover the defense type spending stock. So we'll see here, 26 buys and 1 sell. Of course, Northrop Grumman was the sell. And we'll see here what I bought. Kellogg's at 507, Union Pacific at 25.14. Home Depot $1.72, Kimberly-Clark 346, Waste Management 11.20, Qualcomm. Here's one of the positions I gave it a percentage extra, 129.71. Pepsi 1603, ADP 1161, AbbVie 3408, General Mills $1.48, Procter & Gamble 720, Johnson & Johnson 18.12, Deere 21.35, A.O. Smith $1.26, Lowe's 14.44, Hormel 2.67, Amgen 9.75, Pfizer 23.51, and the other position I upped at a percent within that pie slice was Oracle 95.39, BlackRock as well. I upped that one. Buy here 199.59, Allstate 59.33. WP Carey $19, Kroger $14.53, and T Rowe $31.74, American States Water Company $15.08, and rounding out the buys was Prudential at $38.53. And next, what I'm going to show you is what the effect was of this right here, this line item, the 26 buys and the 1 sell. And we're going to go to my holdings tab, and what I'm going to do is, this is a quick way how it updates my tracking sheet, and I'll show you my tracking sheet here in just a minute. And it shows all of my positions, the number of shares, my cost basis, etc., etc., etc. What I'm doing right now is I'm pulling all of my holdings, the data from M1 Finance. I'm just going to copy this data, and here is my Google Sheets spreadsheet. I'll put a link below, so again you can see what's in my portfolio. I'll explain this in just a minute. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to see the change in my cash flow. So I hard coded this in the 795.71. That is my monthly cash flow average, and the cash flow average is calculated by adding up all of my estimated dividends for my quarterly payers, as well as adding in my monthly payers twice over to get that, and I divide it by 3 to come up with my monthly cash flow average. Because as you know, as a dividend investor, your first and second months of each quarter pay the least if you have a bunch of dividend stocks, and the third month in the quarter pays the most. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to paste in this M1 data, and it's going to change these values. It's going to change my cost basis, number of shares, and I'll paste that in right here, and we'll see what the change does. And I'm going to do a paste special in this column, values only. And again, I'll put a link below for this sheet so you can kind of take a look at how I'm doing this and how I'm populating this automatically. Go back to the tab here for the dividend portfolio. We're going to take a look at that cash flow average and see what it's changed to. And we can see that's gone up almost $2, $797.53. And on this tab here, it's just kind of like a ledger that shows the change in my monthly cash flow average. So we have a $797.53, and that was a result of selling Northrop Grumman and my $250 deposit. So my cash flow went up $1.82 each and every month to a new high of $797.53. And I'll go over this real quick. This is my tracking sheet where I put the company ticker symbol, share price, number of shares. Again, the shares, it's pulled from a VLOOKUP from my M1 data tab. That's where I pasted in the information from M1 Finance. You can see the market value. My cost basis, that's also another VLOOKUP from the M1 data tab. My gain and loss, this is the dividend paid per quarter per share. This is the current yield of each of the stocks, and this is my yield on cost for this position. And I put in the dividend pay dates for each position. So I have these ordered chronologically, and I also have these color coded for the month. You can see I have a key. We're in January, so that's the light greens, and you can see what I've received so far. We'll do a quick count up of the dividends in January. There's a couple I'm still waiting for, so I don't want to select those yet. So they haven't come into the account. So the total so far, not counting these two, this is what I'm expecting, but I haven't officially received them. I'm up to 271.02 for the month of January. And we see I put that's the actual dividend I received. And these are the total dividends paid for that position. And also, I put the month when it's likely for that company to announce their dividend increase. And I'm going to move over to my dividend tracker tab here real quick. And we can take a look. I started doing these videos January 2021, and you can see what I started off at $18,700, and we're approaching $200,000 now. You can see I'm tracking the dividend I've received each month, as well as the quarter. We can see the quarter-on-quarter increases, and this is my expected amount for my dividends. It's not official yet. I'll do another video recapping all the dividends I received for the month of January. We can take a look at dividends by month here. We can see December was a huge one, nearly $1,500 in December alone. We're expecting just over $500. And I also track the average monthly dividend. I think this is really important as a dividend investor to track, because as long as you are buying shares in dividend paying stock, and as long as they don't cut or suspend their dividend, your average monthly dividend income will increase. So for the month of January, with my deposits, $250 a week deposits, dividend raises, I've increased my monthly income by $11.51 each and every month. And we can take a look at here the deposits I've put in. I started out pretty slow, got really aggressive. I was deploying money from the sale of a home I no longer own. We'll put in the last, there was another $250. There was 5 different buys in the month of January. You can see these nifty graphs just tracking everything. That the average monthly dividend, it just keeps going up and up and up, despite there are times when the portfolio will go down. You can see there's a big dip from November 2022 to December 2022, but we're going back up in 2023. We'll see if this is just a blip or if it's going to continue. But that's why I wanted to show you. And if you got any value from this video, please click the like button. Subscribe to this video so you can see my monthly recaps, as well as the weekly videos that I'm doing like this one right now. So thanks for watching to the end, and have a great day.